introduce our first player.
Absolutely. Even though he is semi-retired, he is still a part of a team representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is the Blue Terran player MaSa, also known as the One True Maru.
He is the one true Mario. And his opponent in the top left, representing Alpha X, he is the red Protoss player, Max Angel, Astrea.
I know it gets memed on so much, but it is a really cool name.
That's the best name in StarCraft.
Absolutely.
There's only maybe one name that carries a little bit more power, and that is Lee Jaedong. Like, it's
yes.
I mean, it's just Jaedong's actual name, but it's, whew, I don't know, it has that magic quality. So, PVT, first one we've seen today, I believe, actually, as well. First Terran play seen today. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
That's crazy after 5 best of 3s. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think this is probably going to be the Astrea show and MaSa will just have some moments, or do you think it could be closer than anticipated? Where do you think these guys are at?
I think MaSa could definitely have a couple of tricks up his sleeve. I do think if it goes to like standard games when we get into the mid game and it comes down to a matter of mechanics and game sense and all that jazz, and it's pretty by the book, I feel like Astrea is going to be pretty heavily favored. But I think MaSa, like I said, has enough tricky stuff up his sleeves that he can make it a very interesting series.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. MaSa's always been a player who's got some builds, be them 2-1-1s or things like that. Right now, even opening Marine and then going into Reaper, so even that's a little bit odd. It's not something we've never seen before. But typically, if your opponent opens Marine, you're like, oh, sweet, I'm going to be able to get away unscouted, and then the Reaper will show up. Of course, it won't see anything because there's a Reaper wall, but it might be able to get in if you're not prepared for it and get some information. It is a 1-1 so far. We have not seen the final one just yet. I can smell chicken Kievs. They smell really nice. Oh, it smells so good. Anyway, adapt coming out here of our Protoss player. Bunker going down, of course. If you go for a Marine opening, you kind of need that bunker. And that is Twilight Council. Very standard, very Astrea so far from the Protoss.
Oh, absolutely. He loves that blink. He's very good with it. It gives you a lot of control in the mid game. There's a reason that it is the standard way to play. Now, the Adept does kind of get forced to cancel its shade and will not shade forward. But it's going to block the Reaper from getting the scout. And, of course, with that Reaper wall in the addition, should be able to prevent it from getting too far in. However, MaSa, if he jumps up to the high ground, he will see this Twilight Council, and that's exactly what he does. Nice job.
Yeah, perfect scout. Like it's exactly what you're looking for here from MaSa. He's seen everything he needs to see. Of course, this is frustrating, but as soon as a couple more Marines or the Hellion, it's actually going to be a really quick winner mine comes out. It should be fine. MaSa and SCV. Oh, I didn't jump in the bunker. Bit of a mistake there. Didn't need to die. Could have hippity hopped in. The Adept getting away as well.
That was a little bit awkward from both of them. We actually did... Okay, so here's the reason. I was like, wow, why is Astrea not target firing, and why is MaSa not pulling...
The Reaper was there, right?
In the bunker. The Reaper was going for a probe kill, and it actually did grab one.
Nice.
Nice job right there from MaSa. I will say that, yeah, I was like very surprised to see that little interaction. Oh, speaking of surprised to see interactions, the Adept does get into the main base, and it's going to be able to kick away... Scout. Yeah, seeing the Widowmine drop, really, really nice. Very nice.
That's the earliest you could ask to see a Widowmine scout. And also, the Adept's going to get in. It is now going to be citizen arrest. I don't think it managed to get any more kills. Maybe one? Yeah, I think it got one.
Yeah, it did get one SCV.
But I
almost
mean,
got a second, but not quite.
Seeing not only the Widowmine drop, but also where the Tac Lab is, oh my gosh, which is on that starport, is huge. You now know that it's going to be a Raven. You don't ever really expect Banshees in this matchup anymore. It's very uncommon. And seeing that it's like tanks and just a 1-1-1, Astrea will be insanely happy. Like, there's no way he should take damage to this. If he takes damage to this, it's a massive mistake. Yeah, I mean, a pull... Not unexpected before Blink to have to pull.
Oh, he does lose a Stalker here, and MaSa's actually going to escape with a lot of HP on the medevacs and both Widowmines. So that's nice. Actually very successful, I would say. Did he slip? He slipped into the natural with the Reaper. He got another probe with that. He got another 2 probes, maybe? That's really nice.
Yeah, that is really nice. And he also got to see what was going down on the low ground, which is important. It's pretty... it's a great scout. Now we're going to see a blink up onto the high ground, and the target here is typically Stim, but Stim has not yet started. In fact, so he's just going to go for workers. 4 stalkers, kill do one shot a worker. If he could get the Raven, that would be insane. Doesn't look likely. Blink, and then the secondary blink using the prism as well. That stalker just F2'd. That's nice. 3 workers go down here. MaSa down to just 32 SCVs right now. Does he have a third command center? He doesn't, right?
No, he does not. Meanwhile, in the main base, that drop did get back in. Looks like it only got 1 probe. That was very awkward from Astrea, though. He lost 2 stalkers on just an awkward rally.
Yeah.
That's both of these players looking kind of rusty to start things off. Ooh, Tank does get a big shot on that one. One stalker. I think he got an SCV though. So I mean, he keeps the stalkers alive.
Yeah,
maybe diving a little bit on the deep side, but at least he doesn't lose them.
Yeah, behind this, the third has gone down for Astrea. It feels like both players are just kind of late on their expansions and things. 6 minutes, and it is about halfway done, so you think it went down probably about 5:15. We've seen a few more gates go down, a lot more gates go down here, taking up to a total of 8 gates off of those 2 bases. We're going to see another SCV dive go down. 1 gets killed. Stalkers get out. Nice stuff from Astrea. Both players feeling their way into this game for sure. Quick storm here from Astrea. Very, very... North American style, I'd like to say. You don't see too many Protoss players just go Blink Storm without... Did he make a single Robo unit? Just the Prism, right? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. He is getting charged as well. So a real ground-based composition, which is how I like to play StarCraft. So I guess Astrea's just copying me so far. But Astrea's just got free reign on his side of the map. Like, he's dealt with that drop, right? Did he kill it in the end? Yeah, he killed it. Nothing else has come out. He's just super got free reign to do what he wants.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I've been seeing some of the Koreans in their PBTs going. Stats was doing this before he left for the military.
Okay.
Zest is doing it a little bit. It's something. It's a very like tempo-based style. You have to be very active with your units. You got to be very careful with them. Oh, that Raven. Oh no, it's so far forward.
Oh. That's really
Astrea
nice.
Actually had an opportunity to get a lot more damage done on that. Oh, MaSa, he's gonna find this War Prism, and it will not get into the main base.
Nice.
Astrea was kind of relying on that for the counterattack. I wanted to mention earlier that MaSa got that Viking, but it works out. It does its job. And this is looking a little bit dangerous. Anti-armor missile. Will it come down? Yes, it does. And it connects on all the Zealots. Storm does get a pretty good connection here, but there's only one left.
Oh, is that one? Okay. Yeah, so far this is looking pretty good for MaSa. I'd say he's got a good army supply. He has that upgrade advantage. That tank is too far forward though, Steadfast. It's going to go down before it gets too many volleys off. And now we're going to see a storm come down onto the bio, and it actually gets micro through. And the Arc on his tank is so much damage. A High Templar will, I don't know if it died or if it just turned into the Arc on that. It did die. And if he could get another Arc on kill, that would be nice. Meanwhile, we do have a Zealot. They actually just ran in. Just straight up walked in.
They got 13 kills. They got a lot of damage done. And MaSa, even though he trades okay, he loses a ton of economy behind this.
Yeah.
And Astrea, well, he is very much in the driver's seat of this game now. This is MaSa. He has a third command center, but he's down 18 workers.
Yeah.
That is a huge amount to try and recover from.
Like, plus one has just started for Astrea. It's very... oh no, MaSa's up an upgrade, I apologize.
I was going to say, yeah, actually.
Yeah, I got confused. Contested shouts finishing off here. This Prism should survive. Oh, actually. Oh, nice. 2 Marines in a Dream. Yeah, that's that +1 as well, coming into effect. So, losing the Prism there, frustrating. That's now kind of all of the pressure that Astrea could put on whilst he's building up at home gone. But Astrea's really starting to make a lot of units at this point. He's up to 8 gates. He's building a second forge. His +1 is on the way. I think he'll probably move out with +1 and that Prism. He has a lot of Zealots. We're looking at 15 already. 4 High Templars with a lot of energy. So his army is still pretty scary. It's definitely a micro army. It's an army that you can't miscontrol, and I mean, Terrans are always kind of like that, but for Protoss, it's not a movie an army, sorry, that you can just A-move. It has to be handled well. Nice pressure there from MaSa. Gets 5-6 probes, and falls back.
And also, importantly, he sees that Astrea has a ton of charge loss. which means that MaSa is probably going to have to brace for an attack coming very, very shortly. I'd love to see him throw down like a couple supply depots, maybe a bunker at this
Yeah.
turn. This is going to hurt. This is going to be a strong army, but I don't know. It also can kind of fall over pretty quickly too.
Yeah, it can. The ghosts aren't out yet, right? There's none yet. I know there's two in the production tab. Zealots?
Storms? Oh my! He only gets one storm off right there. It's big.
He was focused on microing in the main, and the main, I mean, is absolute devastation. He's even going to get the ghost. It's a nice ghost, mate, when they die. This worked. I'm very surprised that the Zealots and the Natural just held command. Like, 3 or 4 went down before the fight had even really started. Gonna kill that high-rise depot as well. I mean, I don't think these units are getting out, but they're doing a really good job of picking off 1 or 2 units. I mean, yeah, this couldn't have gone. It could have gone a little better for Astrea, but it's still pretty darn good, right?
Yeah, no, definitely an effective attack from Astrea. Now, he did lose a lot of his army there, and he lost a lot of High Templar too. And there are going to be more and more ghosts coming out, and we still haven't seen Astrea kind of transition out of this.
MaSa's got a lot of army supply right now, like a lot.
Oh, that's a big storm.
Yeah.
And actually hits the medevacs very hard. They're very low on HP. Huge storm hits 4 liberators right there. Oh, wow, that's a lot of storm. Where are the ghosts?
I don't know.
Oh my God, stop standing in the storms.
Is there any ghosts left on the field? There's 2, but I don't know where they are. They're not with the army by the looks of it, which is a mistake, definitely, because snipes or EMPs would be so big. Okay, they've only just come out, and they're trying to make their way over. These storms have been really on the money so far. He's really softened up a lot of these mech units too. The Liberators, the tanks, are all at like 50%, which means when the eventual charge comes in, EMP. Okay, nice. He's going to storm from the high ground. Watch this, he's going to storm from the high ground. Oh no, he's going to get behind. He wants to storm from the high ground.
He sure does. MaSa's putting together a surprisingly threatening push, considering kind of how this game has gone.
I think for Astrea right now, he wants to wait for +2, right? Like, it's not that far away. He's already up 1 upgrade. He can be up 2 upgrades. He might go beforehand if he sees this push getting a little too close. But getting a couple more Immortals waiting for +2 is so nice. And now here we go. The 360 coming in. And there's a very good pre-split here from MaSa, but I think this is too much. Storm's coming down. The Protoss army just going to run on by here. Liberators go. GG. Astrea takes map 1.
That was very, very nice with the engagement towards the end.
Yep.
Just absolutely collapsing on it and just like closing the hands around it and completely knocking him out. Well done. Yeah,
you can't ask for much more than that, really, can you? It was pretty darn well done. And we'll be moving on to map 2 very shortly. I apologize, guys. I don't have much voice left, so the usual energy might be a bit lower. I have to try and persevere and preserve as well what I have left for tomorrow and the rest of the week. So I might be a little quiet, but I'm doing my best. 2K Atmos, our next map. Feels like every series we play, 2K Atmos is the second or first map. These players love 2K atmospheres.
It's a good map. It's well balanced. It's got lots of opportunity for making plays. It's just a good map overall, and I think there's a reason that we're seeing it so often. I am excited to see what the TS2 players can do. I was hoping MaSa would have some tricks up his sleeve. After looking at game 1, it looks like that's not really the case. It looks like he's kind of just kind of playing normal StarCraft.
Yeah.
And like you said, he is full-time now. Like, he is working full-time. He still had some, flashes of I wouldn't say brilliance, but flashes of pretty good.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah. But that being said, it was definitely the Astrea show.
Yeah, the multitasking I feel was a little bit too much. And just so you know, Steadfast, you'll still hear me coughing, but I'm muting for the stream. So if you hear me dying, ignore it, because I can't mute Discord and you. I don't have a hotkey for both. Let's get into the game and introduce our players, because our first player in the top right, representing Alpha X, he leads the series 1-0. It is Astrea.
And his opponent, spawning down in the bottom left, representing Psystorm Gaming, it is MaSa in the blue. And
I like MaSa. MaSa's a really nice guy.
He's such a lovely kid.
He is.
He's
so polite.
hilarious too.
Oh,
He's actually so funny.
I think he was just like a nice guy around me. I think he was just like polite and like, you know, that friendly stage where you don't really know someone. Because I met him again a couple years back, and he was really nice, but like I didn't hang out with him really. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I haven't met Astrea. I don't think I've met Astrea. No, I haven't.
I don't think I have either. I've hung out with MaSa a few times, and I know him pretty well. He's got like a very dry sense of humor. Like he's very cheeky. He's a real fun lad to just hang around with.
I can see that. Astrea just taking a look, seeing what's going on. Everything is normal. Marine opening once again here from our Terran player. He did go Marine into Reaper last time. Wouldn't be surprised to see that again. Sort of one of those sort of individual flavor things that some players will do. If you still value scouting, doesn't slow you down that much. It's not going to be that this time, as the reactor goes down immediately onto that barracks to get a few more Marines out. I imagine we'll see a bunker start up before too long as well. Second gas going to be taken by Astrea, as is natural, already down. And we're just in the early stages, feeling each other out. I feel like after game 1, if MaSa has tricks, now is the time to use them, right? He's played the game, he's gone, okay, I'm maybe not quite as good, and already, there we go. That's what we want.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing that 3 racks play. Honestly, I wouldn't hate to see MaSa go for something like even more barracks than this. Just drop down like 5 or 6 barracks. Now, of course, the 3 racks play is a very standard play. It is on the aggressive side, but MaSa, I remember actually a series that these two played last year where MaSa took advantage of the meta when it was like all the Terran players were going for this really fast double supply depot, so really fast wall, and he went for that. And in game 1, he did a fast wall, and it looked like a double gas opening or something weird, but he built 2 barracks in his main base and then pulled the boys and killed Astrea with an SCV Marine push. And then game 2, he did the same first wall, but went no gas, barracks, triple command center.
Oh my gosh.
It was awesome. I was like, this is
SCVs? Okay, you did it. Well done, boys. They were dancing.
They were, yeah.
Adept's going to come in here. MaSa will, of course, raise the wall. He's done this a million times by now, and everything is good. Blink coming in once again for Astrea, who's just playing his style. I mean, when you see game 1, and he did have control for the vast majority of the game, you probably don't want to stray too far away. You don't want to give away too much if you're going to end up playing very, very good Terran players later down the line. And also, you know, it's good practice. This may be, or also it may just be that MaSa is really good and Astrea wants to play the style he's most comfortable with. It's hard to know. Lots of Marauders coming out very early. 2 Marauders at a time is very unusual this early on for this 3-1-1 build. Oh, this guy's going to go down, and that's the Vision game gone. That's a really big pickup.
It's pretty nice. That being said, we are going to be seeing this sentry. Astrea did get it pretty early on, and he is, look at this, he's going to pop the hallucination, but first he moves it super far forward, so it starts from an even earlier position. Okay, well now...
Well, he's sending it to take the energy.
The hallucinated Phoenix will be faster than that,
yeah.
that sentry.
Yeah. This is a scary push. Now, Concussive Shells is not done. But, and Blink is nearly done, and Stim is not done, so actually this could end up being pretty rough for MaSa, because these Stalkers can just blink away, like, forever. You can see the units already start to fall, and now Blink is done, kill another unit, blink away. If you can get a Marauder or 2, he'll be really happy here. It is going to be difficult. Blink on cooldown right now, kind of an ambitious... Okay, it's already back up. Blink here. Without Concussive Shells, though, this push, I feel like it just doesn't have the most oomph. They do have combat shields. They do have Stim. So they're still a scary bio force. But if this gets cleaned up, as I anticipate it will, it's going to put MaSa into a kind of rough spot, because he's already down 10 workers.
Yeah, you definitely are looking to get a fair bit of damage done with this in a perfect world. It is important to note that this is... So Blink Stalkers are usually very good against this, but there are instances where, you know, you miss the move out,
yeah,
and they get across the map. Maybe you get a little bit you don't have stalkers in a good position,
Yeah.
so you're not meeting it on the map. But this was a perfect scenario for Astrea. This is
Yep.
quote unquote how it's supposed to play out.
Yep.
So Astrea, he gets a bunch of units for free.
Yeah, yeah. Now, MaSa, he didn't massively commit by any means, and if he can catch a Stalker or two now, that would be nice. If he'd have held fire then, that would have been super nice, because they would have walked up the ramp and been forced to blink, and then concussive shelled, and he would have killed a couple of Stalkers. Right now, MaSa's a little bit out of position here, and he's going to lose some SCVs for it, at least the one that's building this third command center, and the bunker is still in position, which is nice, not yet been refunded. Oh, these Stalkers getting a little bit caught, and with concussive shells, and the flight now coming in, we could see the most of these die.
That was really, really nice from MaSa right there. Ooh, nice target fire on the way out from Astrea. Does pick off a Marauder, but he lost 5 Stalkers for a Marine, an SCV, and a Marauder. Well done right there from MaSa. That's some beautiful little maneuvering. He split his army up into 3 separate portions, getting a full surround there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to complete the kill. His army was a little bit too far up to the top. Yeah. If he'd had it a little bit further on the left, I think every Stalker dies there. Still, fantastic move. Also, hilariously, the sentry never used a hallucination or anything just now. It was just chilling at that watchtower, quite literally a sentry.
Now, one thing I think that's worth pointing out is the work account right now, because Astrea's been sitting at a pretty nice number for a while. He stopped making them now, but he's just added on like 7 more gateways. He's going up to Colossus number 2, I believe. Oh, that was his first. He's going to have a really scary army in like a minute from now, and he's going to hit really hard with +1, with extended thermal lance, with all of these gateways, probably with a prism making its way downtown as well. And MaSa, a lot of his tech is behind because he went for this free barracks build, which didn't do much. Like, he killed a few Stalkers, which is nice, but like, he's had no pressure at the other side of the map. Now he's finally getting his army together, but this army's going to be moving into 2 extended thermal lance Colossus.
Yeah, they are going to be very, very strong. That being said, this is a wide open map, especially if you can catch the army away from some shield batteries. And there are a lot of Marauders with this force, 14 Marauders, and those deal with Colossus extremely well. And, this might be the moment where Astrea, oh god, but he does have a force field available, does drop it perfectly. Yeah. Oh, I had an observer. I was like, how did he do that? That was so quick. It's because he literally sees the whole army.
And this is given time now for Zealots to come in. Zealot charge to finish up. We got Archons coming in. Like, everything needed to defend this is, like, nearly here. Another force field buying a few more seconds. Those Tickle Cannons going to work away on the Medevacs. And now with Archons here, this is just a very difficult army. There's enough Zealots. Charge, as you can see, ticking down on the right-hand side of your screen, is going to be really in. The Archons even loading up into the Medevacs so they can get across the map quicker. This Stalker, unfortunately, not going to get away here. Astrea's army still isn't massive. It's not bad. He definitely needs more like on-the-ground bulk, Stalkers, Zealots, and things like that in order to defend his Colossus. And MaSa has a really, really scary army. Like, this army supply is very high.
Yeah, and the Liberators make this really difficult to engage into. Ooh, and MaSa's going to take a nice position. But the Colossus will set up and are going to be able to push this back. I was going to say, I'd like to see the Liberators kind of pushing on forward a little bit further.
Base will get
cancelled. There we go. Another one shows on up. Sorry.
The base is going to get cancelled just to the north here. That's going to... is it going to cancel or kill? Kill.
Oh.
Yeah, so Astrea may be focusing elsewhere where he's killing absolutely everything. That's a little bit more than just the 400 minerals that he just lost from not cancelling, so not bad here. We're going to see the Colossus continue to rain down fire. This Colossus has done a lot of, like rot damage, I'd say. Like, it's just slowly been ticking away on so many of these forces. You can see none of the Medevacs have energy, and still a lot of the army's in the yellow. Meanwhile, at home, I mean, MaSa is dead. What he has is what he has. I didn't target the prism. Could have been nice, maybe. Oh, gonna dance in and out. Oh, that's so cute. And now we see the fight coming in.
And battery overcharge is gonna get popped. Saves that Colossus. It was so low in HP, 25 HP. MaSa does still have a lot of stuff, and if that second Colossus goes down, will be a big problem for Astrea. But that battery overcharge helping so much. That Zealot staying alive forever. And finally, we are gonna see Astrea coming on in here. He blinks forward, takes out the Liberator. He's still going to take heavy losses, but this is more than acceptable since he has gutted his opponent's economy.
SCVs. 49 SCVs. GG! Astrea takes the series 2-0.